Alright, hello everyone. This is Survival Trio. Again, here, joining us again, the Survival Trio. Cannon, G-Bricks11, make sure you subscribe. And then I'm Caleb Strand. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels. Cannon doesn't have one except,
this one.
The channel you're viewing on.
Alright, so, right now we just have some general information as well as some items that you should bring on any sort of day hiking trip that you spend the night outside. So, yeah, let's just get rolling.
I think most importantly, I think we should start off a coat. Obviously.
If it's cold out.
If it's cold out.
I mean, if it's like 100 degrees, obviously you're not going to bring a coat.
Me, for winter, I'm not dressed properly.
None of us are right now, but we were just out. It's
like probably like 30 degrees out. It's cold.
It's 40, but it probably feels like 32 with the wind.
Yeah, it's just not great outside. So, so the first item, or the second item technically, would be this bottle of water. It's just water bottle. It's a Life Straw bottle. So it could purify any water. However, I recommend if you put in water from like a tap water or something before you go, take the straw out so it doesn't waste the filter. Once the filter is activated, it only lasts 48 hours and then it's done. So you'd have to buy a new one. I don't know how expensive they are, but I'm assuming they're not exactly cheap.
Yep. I think second, we'll count these as the same item. Right here, we have first aid kit and then gauze. Obviously, first aid kit has all your needs. Bandages, you got Q-tips, alcohol wipes.
It's kind of empty right now.
Bleed stop, yeah. Just like instant ice packs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the bleed stop, that's an interesting thing. It's like some...
I'll put this in here.
Alright. Oh, perfect. It's basically like some powder or something that you put on a wound, and then it just prevents it from bleeding. It's basically like a new layer of skin that forms over the wound.
Oh, that's cool.
Works magic.
Another thing, we had a comment on the last video. I will find it and put it right there. The comment was that from our last video where we went over the most important needs is to put a tourniquet in the survival, the first aid kit.
Make sure to check out that video too. Don't want to miss it.
Yeah, but the tourniquet, in my opinion, is probably one of your best items in there. Because if you get a deep cut on your leg,
you're down to the bone.
Yeah, you're gonna want to put a tourniquet on your upper leg so you don't. It can help stop bleeding. I'm not saying it will stop it. You're gonna definitely want to put gauze or bandages or something over it to help it. But yes, it would definitely help.
Next item. This really depends on the area that you're going in. Most states they have bears, so an air horn is nice. Bears, really any animal that would attack you potentially. You just pull this out, and it'll make a loud noise, scare them off, and hopefully it'll protect you.
That works for bears mostly, but I'm telling you, you use that on the wrong animal, you're just gonna make it even more mad. And
I feel like this item you probably don't need. Like I said, some areas just don't have bears, but if you are going to a place that has bears, I recommend bringing one of these.
Like the zoo.
Another item that's really underrated, in my opinion, is duct tape. This can really do anything. You can make a whole shelter out of this. You can repair tents, hammocks, really anything you're sleeping in, tarps. It could just be used for anything. You could also make a splint, so like let's say you broke your arm.
Oh yeah, that's actually...
Just put a stick like along your arm and then duct tape it around your arm, and you won't further damage the bone, but... Really awesome stuff here. Just got a roll of it, so... Yeah,
I'd say you could carry a splint in your first aid kit, but those things are not small, and it would not be easy to carry.
Yeah, especially if you're hiking. You don't want to be carrying around, like, 50 pounds of gear.
Because
that would just be too much.
A splint is supposed to go from down here, from your fingers, up most of your arm or your leg, so...
Yeah, it just take up too much space.
Yeah.
Next, we have a lantern. This one, I got it for really cheap. They're only, like, $1 a piece, and you just open it up. There's some light. This is mostly used at night. I wouldn't recommend like going out exploring with it. It's not a flashlight, because if you use it while like hiking to see, you're not going to see far. The radius of the light is only like maybe 4 feet, so it's not really great for illuminating a whole area or just a certain spot. But it's pretty good just so you can see around some areas.
Next on our list, not necessarily a necessity, but definitely an accessory, would be a handheld weather radio, like a crank radio. This one is solar powered and or flashlight powered. And then on here you have AM, FM, and then radio tune. We'll turn this on.
Let me see.
Took us a minute to
get it the first time.
Well, before we... Oh, I gotta turn it on. That might help.
So as you can see, or hopefully, you can hear some static. But if you change it to a station, you can easily hear it. Also, I'd recommend having it charged. Like right now, it's dead, so you have to use the hand crank feature. But you can use things.
There's solar on it too.
Yeah, there's some solar panels on the top, and then there's also a charging port, so you can just charge it more easily that way. But if you're out hiking and you need it charged, just set it on some rocks and let it soak in some sun, get some solar power. But anyway, moving on to the next item, we have. Again, this one's not necessarily a necessity.
Colder weather.
Yeah, if it's cold out, you're going to want some warmers. So this one, we have some toe warmers. These ones, I believe it's only one of them, so you're going to have to get 2 packs of them for your feet. You can also put hand warmers in your shoes, but I recommend getting the full one because it fits into your shoe easier, and it won't mess with your foot, make your feet hurt or anything. This one is a body warmer. It's got an adhesive sticker on it. You just put it right on your one of your inner layers, but don't let it touch your skin. And put other layers over it, and it'll just start warming up. And then when you go to rest, it'll just be nice and warm. So you might not even need a sleeping bag if you use this, but I definitely recommend using one anyway. And right here we have hand warmers. You just throw them in your glove. Really simple. These ones can actually get really hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's one time I went hiking and it was negative degrees outside, and I ended up having to take them out because they were so hot. So these work really great. I highly recommend getting them.
Yep. Next, this is paracord.
Yeah, paracord.
For anything really. Hammocks. You could use it to build a shelter. You can use it for anything. I mean, fishing line if you really needed it that desperately. I wouldn't recommend climbing with it, though.
Yeah, it would not hold your weight. It just
would not.
But a cool thing is that right here, as you can see, there's a little white like string that's coming out of the main thick part of the outer shell of the cord, and the stuff on the inside is actually highly flammable. So if you don't have any sort of fire starters, just pull some of the inner layer string out, and you can use it as a fire starter.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And there should be 7 to 12 strands, depending on the paracord that you buy.
Yeah, not this kind of strand.
Oh.
Yeah. I think to go along with the paracord, we should mention carabiners or J-hooks. They are really useful. These ones are more for holding your water bottle or smaller items, because they do make really big industrial ones that are used on construction job sites. Use them for climbing. You can use them for every and any heavy item you want. Yeah. These ones have little twist-on locks. So you untwist it, you can open it. You twist it up, you can't open it, which is really useful. Opposed to like this, if you hit it at the right angle, it'll open up and you could lose your water bottle. You put this on it, your water bottle's going nowhere.
And like Caleb said in the last video, J-hooks will be your best friend.
Yeah, they will be.
Used for many things. These ones specifically I would use for heavier objects to attach to the outside of the backpack, just in case, like he said, the regular ones, they can just open up at any time. These ones have the locks on them, so the heavier items won't be going anywhere. Also, these ones in specific, they have a warning. It says not for climbing on one side, but then the other side, it says the maximum weight limit is 100 pounds. So
you can.
Yeah, it's engraved in the metal.
100 pounds, and then.
Not for climbing.
Oh wait, that's 100 pound side. This is not for climbing. It's kind of hard to see it, but not for climbing. 100 pounds.
Yeah, really simple but effective pieces of equipment.
Our final item
is the fire starter. Again, if you don't have these, which I mean they're really cheap, you could always just find stuff like birch bark, any of that kind of stuff, or use the stuff on the inside of the paracord as well. But these ones, they just come in a little brick, basically, and you light one of these off with the plastic on the outside because it's flammable. and it doesn't harm anything. Doesn't leave off any sort of toxic smoke. But you just light this on fire and it'll last for quite a bit, around like 10 minutes, just so you can get your fire going. You just have to have the right expertise on starting a fire, and it'll go up really, really easily.
Yeah, I'm looking through the bin. Those are binoculars. I'm looking for the bin to ferro rod to go along with it. And then Gianni also showed us, what was this?
This is an arc lighter, so
He'll show you.
it's called the Explorer. It's just this little simple case. You unhook this little latch here, click the button, it'll open up, and then right there, there's like a little X that appears, and that is an arc lighter. It emits an invisible flame, so you just put this right next to where you're gonna light the fire.
We can test it.
Most likely with a fire starting cube just like these, and it'll just light up like in an instant.
And now I'm looking through this too. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry.
That's
I'm looking through the bin too, and I think for night hiking, a headlamp.
Yeah.
That would be useful too, so you don't have to lug around a heavy flashlight or anything.
Yeah, hands-free, easy to use, and still gets the job done.
Exactly. Alright. Thank you guys for joining us on this video.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out our previous videos, including the introduction, as well as the top 10 gear list. And again, this is just for like hiking, for most likely a day, so I wouldn't bring all this stuff out there for like 2 weeks. You probably wouldn't last long. But
no.
Remember to stay safe and stay adventurous.
We didn't show you quick food, chicken fried rice. Yeah, let's see the expiration on the date. Oh,
2050.
2050. So I think you got a few years.
Yeah, that'll last me like 25 years or something.
Alright.
I'll be in college by the time I cook that thing.
You'll be done with college.
Yeah, we'll be like
Yeah.
Old.
40.
Yeah. But anyway, remember, stay safe, stay adventurous, and
If you're out in the cold, dress warm.
Yeah.
Alright.
See you guys in the next one.